Hi everyone, Cassie Lopez here from CassieLopez.com, and I'm here with Ava.
Hello, hello. Hi, Cassie. Hi, everyone. This is Ava Waits from AvaWaits.com. It's so nice to see you all.
And Ava and I were having a discussion last week and talking about just the creative ways that we've come up with to be able to afford coaching for our businesses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were having a great conversation actually. And Cassie, I know that we had shared together some of the things that sometimes we had money set aside for our coaching throughout our entire entrepreneurial careers, and then sometimes we didn't. And it was
Right.
really about creating that money and finding a way. And everyone who's watching today, we just wanted to give you all of these ideas and just really creative ways that we found money for things and that our clients have found money for coaching, and just ways to make it happen, because it can so happen for all of us. It's there. Your answers are there.
Right. And really, I think the first step with that is to truly claim your heart's desire. So,
Ooh.
if you really want that six-figure business and you want that freedom-based lifestyle, Ava and I were both discussing it. Like, I work 3 days a week and we've got intentions of working even less than that. And in order to get there, you definitely have to build something. And so, and both of us, I think the first step in that process was just saying, I want this.
Yeah, really just being brave and saying that I'm so dedicated. I think especially in the first couple years of entrepreneurship, it's so easy to be like looking at Craigslist, looking at jobs and saying, oh my gosh, should I go back to the job world? And we'll even touch on that today, actually, because for some people, some new entrepreneurs, that might be the right thing to do while they're building their business. But yeah, I mean, you have to get to that point where it's like, I want this more than anything else. Like, this is so important. This is my life. This is my passion. This is my dream. And this is the path that I have to follow. And so, yeah, I love that we get to come together, Cassie, and talk about all these ways to actually be able to make that happen.
Right. Yeah. So the first step in that process is just claiming that desire. Because then once you claim that desire, then you get into this mindset of course, I'm going to create this.
Of course.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course the money is going to manifest itself if I decide to create it. And so one of the first times that I hired a high-end coach was actually at a time when most people would not be thinking about it. I was a single mom. And my partner and I had just separated, and I was on my own in school full time. And I had this coach that I wanted to work with, and it was $1,500 to do a VIP day with her. And for me at the time, I was like, that is so much money. Now I invest a lot more than that. But the first time that I really invested that amount of money, I was a little bit scared. And I had like student loan money set aside in my account, and I had kind of parceled it out to be able to pay my rent to get through school. And when I got on the phone with her and we had our conversation, I knew in my heart, body, soul, and mind that she had my answer. And so, yeah, I mean, I knew she had my answer. And it was like the first time that I really took that big leap of faith. And I just said, I know she has my answer. And I talk about abundance. And you know what? I'm going to demonstrate to the universe that I expect abundance.
Yeah. And expecting miracles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was in similar situations too, where one time when I was really dedicated to hiring a very high-end mentor, I mean, it appeared that I had a negative balance in my bank account. It was like I had been traveling, and there was some sort of, I think it was like a credit hold from one of the hotels. So for like a couple days, it actually appeared that I had a negative balance in one of my accounts. And I'm like, I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm talking to this coach, and this is going to be thousands of dollars investing into myself and really just trusting. And I did. I mean, but if anyone had really looked at like the situation as it appeared, they probably would have said, you shouldn't be doing that right now. But I really knew. And the things that I've seen happen from that have been so amazing. Well, do you want to share secrets? Let's share secrets.
Share secrets. So, one of the ways that I paid for coaching, like I said, is student loans. So, and then also after that, I've done credit cards, which if you know me, I'm a Virgo. And so I'm like little Miss Perfect. Okay.
Oh my gosh, me too. I'm not a Virgo though.
No, but when it comes to my bank account, I'm like, okay, things have to be lined up and perfect, and this amount of money needs to be there. And so for me to use a credit card for coaching was like huge. And then I remember I also was like, I wanted to do this group program. And so I have a baby. And so I had all this baby stuff, and I was like, I'm going to sell it.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. Yeah. So I sold all of it on KSL, and it's like a Craigslist for the local Utah community here.
Okay.
And the money was totally there. And that was the message, is that the money is always there.
Yeah. And I started off too, my very first investment in training, when I first was doing training, I actually started by using some student loans also. This was at the end of my college career. So I started there. And had I known that in business, you really will be constantly investing, I probably would have picked up a few more student loans. But once I stepped out after that, once the student loans were no longer available and I was graduated and done with that I had to be very resourceful in the way that I found money. And for me, I have used credit cards before. Like there are times where, just as a small business owner, as a new entrepreneur, or even if you're a couple years in, you can't necessarily get just a regular business loan, or it's really hard to sometimes get credit in that way. And so credit cards have been a way where, as long as I can keep guilt away from it, where I don't look at my credit cards as like, oh my gosh, I'm in debt now. Oh, I'm so guilty of this debt. As long as I can keep that mindset away from it and know that there's going to be a point where probably in one day or in a month, I'll be making enough income to just totally pay all my credit cards back. And it won't even be a question. Like, I'm so confident of that. And I think that for a business owner who's going to use credit cards, they need to be confident of that too, that they're totally going to pay that back. It might not be right away because there's a lot of growth involved, but yeah, you're going to pay it back. Of course. Of course. Of course.
Of course. Yeah. That's such a good point too, because once you get business coaching, especially, then you really do look at how to make money. I mean, you're looking at your business model. You're saying, does my business model cover my expenses? And my expenses include the capital that I've used to invest in my business. Yeah. So when you first start up, I mean, you are investing money. And so you've got to heal any of those money issues so that you can really stand up and claim your desire and create that business and trust and know that you're going to create it back, of course.
Oh my gosh, of course. And I find too, and I bet you find this with your clients, but I have clients come in who are they're so honest, and they're so, they keep their promises. Like, they keep their words. Like, the type of people I feel who are attracted to me, they're the types who are always paying their bills and really just keeping their word and following through. And I know that those people, if they were using some credit card money for coaching with me, that they're going to pay it back.
Right.
It's just, it's just that honesty that just flows out from them, and I can really tell. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Oh, so go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, no. I was just going to say too, borrowing money is an option. Also, personal loans from other people. I can actually count, and I am so beyond incredibly grateful, almost to the point of tears. There have been some people who have supported me through personal loans or personal gifts in the growth of my business. And I can count on my fingers, four people. And it's having that, where I was so excited to tell them about what I was doing in my business, and just so ready and so willing to be engaged and so willing to just finally get over my money fears and my own money issues. And then to have these people come into my life and say, Ava, I believe in you so much. I want to loan you this money. Or I had one person call up, and and this person, they asked to forever be anonymous in their donation toward me, and they donated something that I was able to use toward a down payment on a coaching program. And it was that amount of money that I needed to really get my foot in the door, be involved. And I mean, like, this person, like, I'm so incredibly grateful, and I just look forward to I know there will be a point where there are other young people in my life, young entrepreneurs, that I get to support in the same way. And I mean, so yeah, so you have people around you who, like, they absolutely love you and adore you, and they want you to succeed in your business, and they are willing to give you money or to loan you money toward it.
Oh, absolutely. I completely agree. I can think too, just of my own clients, of how many of them, like, we've been in conversation on the phone and they're just like, I want to work with you. I want to work with you. I know we're meant to work together. And I'll literally just say, okay, if you want that, then who in your family do you think might be excited to pay for this? Yeah. And they'll go out and they'll be afraid to ask, but then they'll just kind of step out and ask. And the people in their life are so excited that these people are ready to move forward, that my clients are ready to shift in this way in their business and in their lifestyle, that they find it actually uncovers a space for them to discover more love and to realize how much they are loved, supported, and cared for by not only their friends and family, but by source, by the universe.
Yeah. Yeah, and I have a person who, you know, I think for a while wasn't able to support me in the way that they did. You know, they supported me in a monetarily way when I was investing in some coaching, and they were just like, I'm so sorry, I wouldn't have been able to do this for you before, but now I can. Mm-hmm. And like, just that was just so sweet. Yeah.
Really yeah. Sweet. And I remember when I did my prenatal yoga DVD, I had people just volunteering out of the woodworks just to help me. Mm-hmm. And their help too actually ended up being money, because I funded it. Cause I knew in my heart that I was supposed to do this for women and for myself and for other women. And it was amazing to me how many people just flooded in who wanted to help. You know, people helped by donating outfits and donating props and donating, just all kinds of things, like custom making clothes for me and things like that. Yeah, for the DVD, and just all the support that like poured out to me when I was in alignment with my soul purpose. Yeah. And it was really scary for me to take that leap of faith, but all of that it was money, basically, because it was money that I didn't have to spend coming back into my bank account and into my space. I mean, that is abundance. You are meant to claim your soul's desires. You are meant to live your destiny. This idea that we make money through disowning who we are and disowning what we want we're done with that. It's time to move on.
I love it. It's like, we see a lot of people doing that, where they sell themselves for income. I mean, and sell who they really are. And I know that for everyone watching this right now, you know, you don't have to do that anymore. You can actually be you and have more fun and have more excitement, and actually just watch opportunities show up in your life, and it happens. Cassie, I'm wondering too, I do want to talk about a little bit about people who want to get into coaching, and we offer them another alternative, which is that they actually go get a job to fund coaching. Can we talk about that for a minute?